In December, a federal judge actually struck down Utah's ban on same-sex marriage. And everybody was like, holy shit, Utah. Utah is one of the most conservative states that we have in America. So it's quite a surprise to see that a federal judge had actually said, yeah, you can't ban same-sex marriage. You can't do that. And, of course, some courts had recently denied the state's request for a temporary stay. Of course, which would, basically keep same-sex couples from getting married. Now, according to Sheriff Richard Mack, who was against this, he said, quote, the people of Utah have rights too, not just the homosexuals. The homosexuals are shoving their agenda down our throats. Look, whenever somebody says something like that, I can't help but think that this guy probably wants something shoved down his throat. Keep it real. The more anti-gay you are, the more likely you are to be gay. It's in the studies, man. It's in the studies. And I'm not surprised. It's a little bit of that Christian upbringing, a little bit of that self-hatred. And of course, it makes a lot of sense. The more anti-gay you are. And this guy sounds pretty anti-gay. He also said, quote, state sovereignty supersedes what this judge did. The governor needs to get some courage and grip. Once again, this man is talking in very, very homoerotic terms. I can't help but find it funny. Apparently, the Supreme Court actually agreed. Now, that's the breaking news. The Supreme Court agreed and issued a stay on same-sex marriages. Now, they said, from the Supreme Court, it said the ruling should have been stayed to minimize the enormous disruption to the state and its citizens of potentially having to unwind thousands of same-sex marriages. Now, what do I get from that? What does that really mean? It means they stopped it before people can see how harmless same-sex marriage really is in Utah. Because look, once people realize and once people get to know same-sex couples and see them get married and see that their marriages don't actually ruin straight marriages, they're like, oh, well, that's not so bad after all. Look, no matter what your Bible says, like the whole thing about homosexuality in the Bible, it's in the same part where it says you can't eat shrimp and can't get a haircut, okay? Or you can't wear a sweater of mixed fibers. They threw out all those other rules. How's this one any different? But no, it's just, it comes back to, I think, actually, you know what? I was thinking about it this morning. I was reading this story, and I really think that I kind of figured this out. Other than, of course, people that are being incredibly anti-gay are gay themselves, and that's certainly a factor. But I also figured out that, fundamentalist Christians, and I'm talking the extreme fundamentalists, not the normal run-of-the-mill Christians. I know plenty of them, and they're good people. Fundamentalist Christians, I'm talking about the real fundies. They hate sex. They hate sex without consequences. And gay people having sex, when gay people have sex, they negate a lot of those consequences. For example, they basically avoid having children. I mean, gay couples should be able to adopt. I think that's great. And they can have children with the opposite sex. But when they're with each other and they have sex, there's no risk of getting pregnant. None. So there's also no risk of or no need to get an abortion if there's an unplanned pregnancy, because there is none. Now, conservatives hate sex without consequences. It's horrible to them. They think that all sex should be for reproduction, and that's it. You can't actually enjoy it. Gay people, think about it, they can have sex whenever they want without any fear of repercussions and enjoy it as much as they want. And that just burns the fundamentalists. Oh, God, they hate that. They hate it so much. They get so pissed. And, of course, they're uncomfortable with any type of sex that isn't reproductive in nature. So, in a way, fundamentalists are really uncomfortable with this. But I think in a way they're also jealous. Now think about that for a second. Straight people, fundamentalist straight Christians, jealous of gay people. Why? They get to have all the fun. They don't have to worry about getting pregnant. They get to have sex whenever they want and enjoy it. I can't enjoy that. No. Sex should have consequences. It should always have consequences. Because that's the way God had set it up. Look, man, I really do think that they're jealous. And I really do think that that some of those people that are the most anti-gay are also gay themselves, and that makes them even more jealous. I mean, I realized that today, and I can't believe I didn't realize it before. It makes a lot of sense.